Hello guys, welcome again to the channel. I hope you guys are doing very well. I hope you guys are doing great. So on today's video, I'll be talking about the deworming schedule for goats and for cattle. So what is like the best time, or what is the best period of time, or the interval period of time? What am I saying? So like, what's the best time for you to deworm your goats and your cattle? Like I always say, I usually tell people what I do on this farm. What I don't do, I won't say it. I always tell people what I do and what has worked for me. Like I said, deworming is very, very important for your animals, because that will help your animals to always be healthy. Because the single most, the thing that can easily affect your animals' growth, both cattle, goats, or pigs, is too much worm in their system. Even as a human being, if I have too much worms in my system, I'll be sharing the food I'm eating with those worms. If I eat, instead of me to look fat, I'll still be looking pale and unhealthy, because I'm sharing those food with the worms inside my body. Now, I've also made videos concerning how to deworm your pigs, how to deworm your goats, how to deworm your cattle. But this video is what period of time should we be deworming your animals. Now, for my goats, I usually deworm them every 2 months, because I feel that for me, that's what works for me. If you go to another farmer might tell you that they deworm their goats every 3 months, every 4 months. But for me, I like, even though it's kind of expensive, deworming your goats every 2 months. It's kind of expensive because the deworming drug I use are very expensive. That's the ivermectin. They're expensive. It's not like the local drugs, because they are local deworming products here in Nigeria. But I prefer to use all these foreign ones, because for me they are more trusted and they are more efficient. So that's why I use them. And deworming the goats every 2 months is quite expensive. Actually, if you are running a farm, it's quite expensive. But you have to do what you need to do, because at the end of the day, these animals are still your business. You have to make sure that they are always healthy and they're always good looking. Because if you don't deworm them this often, I don't know for other people, I always say what works for me and what I do. For me, I feel that if I don't deworm, no matter what I do to fatten them, it will never work. Because imagine you feeding your animal, and it's not growing very well because of worms, and you're like, and your excuse will be like, I'm trying to save money by not buying deworming products. It doesn't make sense. So even though it's expensive, quite expensive deworming them at this rate at which I do, but I still feel that it's the best way to go about it, because deworming your goats every 2 months will save you a lot in terms of fattening your pigs and making them to grow very, very fast. Because there is no use trying to save money for deworming your goats, and you end up having goats that are not growing well because of the worms, because of too much infestation of worms. So it's always advisable that you deworm your goats every 2 months. But at the end of the day, you still have to find out what works for you. I'm just talking from my own experience as a goat farmer, and that's it. So for your cattle, my cattle, I usually deworm my cattle every 5 months. And the product I still use is that ivermectin. Ivermectin is very, very efficient, so that's why I always recommend it, ivermectin. So if you are running a cattle farm, I recommend it for you to use ivermectin, because it's very, very efficient. It works for both. Ivermectin works for tapeworm, for external parasites, I think it should also work for lungworms. So, and these are the major worms that affect these cattle and goats. So I deworm my cattle every 5 months. Some people might say that they deworm every 6 months, but at the end of the day, I try to always deworm at short intervals, so as to, if you compare cattle and goats, cattle has a stronger immune system than goats. Cattle are more rugged than goats, so that's why I take longer. Like I said, in goats, I deworm every 2 months, but for cattle, I do it every 5 months. That's because cattle are bigger and stronger animals, so that's why I usually deworm every 5 months for the cattle. So at the end of the day, it's still your choice. You have to, bring out a schedule that works best for you, so that you can be able to run your farm efficiently. Because that's it. So that's it. So thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you keep on following the channel. Thank you.